Ah, yes. This is something you might want to talk about a little bit, or maybe at length, but the Dreadlords.
Oh, the Dreadlords. How are we getting into Dreadlords?
So this was a... Yes. It was in the article with... In an interview with Shack News, the newser basically confirmed that... Let's see, here's the quote. There was a book in Revendreth that gave some hints as to some nefarious villains that might have been involved in that plot. Chains of Domination will continue that storyline.
Yes. And, remind me, what is the name of the new region that gets pulled into the mall? Korthia.
Korthia, yep.
Korthia, we learnt from another thing, is full of Dreadlords, or at least has them. Yes. So, yes. This was the sort of thing with that enemy infiltration book. We did a lore video on it. Whenever we did that, it was a little bit more of a bet. Because it wasn't 100% sure. It was data mining. And by the time we did that video, before that was even found in-game. But to us, it felt very obvious where it was going. And then, just before the video published, the book was found in-game. We're like, well, this is obviously a winner. So there's that. Hearing the newser, hearing Steve actually just full-on confirm that, basically does mean that, yes, the Dreadlords are a cosmic villain in this, I guess, in a similar way to how we've got these weird characters like the Ethereals or maybe the Brokers who just boob about the cosmos. This is it fully confirmed. The Dreadlords are there, that they've had a hand in everything. And, that enemy infiltration book, I mean, it may as well say that Lothraxion infiltrated the light.
Yep.
I mean, I would say that as if it's fact, but I should say it just says that they've infiltrated the light, and if we look at the light, we're like, well, there's a Dreadlord in you called Lothraxion, who else could it be? So, Lothraxions.
Don't think this means Jin will be involved, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in terms of what else, I mean, this is more just a big confirmation of stuff we've been talking about. Now, you got to take this in with the other thing we learned from the Q&A from BlizzCon, which is that Denathrius is going to live. We don't kill him, even though we just killed Raid Boss. We defeated him, not killed him. He is in Remornia right now. No, is he? Yeah, he's in Remornia, and then it's getting blasted.
Yeah.
It's getting blasted by the light. Now, you've got to remember that the Naru are completely, I'm going to say completely stupid, but what I really mean here is, this is what Steve explained to me in our interview, is that these cosmic forces, there's no morality to them. They just are doing their thing. It's like, why do you ask, you don't ask the wind why it blows, right? The wind just blows, is what the wind does. So the light just tries to dogmatically purify everything. Why? Because that's just what the light does. So, the light is going to be blind to something, the light. So if an enemy can wear the mask of the light, it is going to be able to infiltrate the light, because it's so dogmatic that I think it's pretty damn easy to infiltrate. Which, that obviously takes us back to Lothraxion, where I think it's pretty obvious he's infiltrated the light. He's probably going to be the guy to break Denathrius out of jail. And I think that means that Denathrius is going to be a character in the future, same with his Dreadlords, especially now that we know that Korthia is going to bring with it a bunch of Dreadlords as well. So, it's kind of neat, I think.
Yeah, and there's... obviously, the whole bit in Revendreth where the light is still shining through and punishing that area, that's obviously... They used that to great effect in the Revendreth storyline. They used that fairly well to establish the light being where it is, same way they did with the Void in Bastion.
Yeah.
But that light's still shining through.
Yeah.
I wonder if anything could come through it.
I'm stupid, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about where the damn light's coming from.
Yeah.
Who's zooming it down into Revendreth?
Or is it... Well, I mean, if we have the Drust making their way through into Ardenweald through a portal that shouldn't have been opened, all the things been broken through with the Gorgers are getting through things. It just seems like all of these little realms in Shadowlands are more or less in their own little bubbles. So, I mean, if there's a little bit of a tear in the realm, maybe that's actually just the light realm seeping through. But obviously, we can walk around the Shadowlands without dying. I'm sure there's a form of the light where it's just I mean, it's in the creation myth of the entire universe. It's seas of light and void clashing. Is that the Sea of Light?
Who knows? I mean, it's getting to the stage with the lore now that, I mean, that clash of light and void basically means nothing. Yeah. Because that is the Titans' ordered perspective of what the hell went on, and we know the first ones orchestrated the whole damn thing. Mm-hmm. So what does that even mean? Which does open us up to a whole bunch. You know, if these Dreadlords, they've infiltrated light, the Dreadlords completely ran rings around Sargeras. And the Dreadlords orchestrated a situation where Sargeras, you know, got imprisoned, but imprisoned in a way that also took out the cosmic force of order, because if you need help, and you need help from a Titan, tough luck, you can't contact them, and they're far away in a big prison. So, the Dreadlords have kind of wrecked us. We don't know about light. No, sorry, not light, life. We don't know about life for Dreadlords. Or really much about life.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think there was something in this interview that actually spoke to me in terms of, like, a little bit of wording. Because Steve is a very good interviewer. He definitely has his thoughts together very quick.
Yeah.
And when he says something, I think he means it. Was it here? I think it was, he said something about the forces of life and death. And I don't think that man says life without meaning it. We'll have to find out from maybe later.
Definitely. So maybe there is forces of life. Which probably means life plane, which probably means there's life lands in the same way there's a shadow lands, which then has a whole bunch of implications. And then, of course, there's probably, I don't know, we're going to go Elysian Fields, or Elysium or something, if we're going to go for, like, the Titans, what their home plane is, because they almost got a home plane, right? So, I think that basically just means there's many expansions that they could get out of this idea.
Sure.
I have a mild suspicion they will try to get expansions out of it.
Yeah, I see someone here bringing up, Real brings up every MMO's done the light and up and entirely good. And I think that's a very recurring thing in kind of modern culture, because they kind of turn away from religion as a general whole. But I mean, World of Warcraft is doing it since the Scarlet were the first instance of, oh, these guys are paladins?
Yeah.
What are they doing to earn the use of this holy bar? They just believe really hard. They believe that they're right, even though they are not very nice.
That's the thing. I mean, if they're going to be doing the same thing that the Army of the Light's going to be doing, which is, you know, if we're going to take some Warhammer 40k, cleanse, purge, kill, destroy the Xenos, all of these things, you know, that's what a good Space Marine does in 40k. So whether you're a Scarlet or you're, you know, a human who sort of looks like a battle mech, they've got so much armor on, like Terralion. Yeah, I mean, is Inari going to come down and see the Scarlets killing a bunch of infected people and killing a bunch of zombies, and are they going to really think, oh, the Scarlets, what a bunch of dickheads? No, they're probably going to like them. Which is all very interesting, because there's Scarlet Brotherhood, who are a group in Northern Lordaeron right now, who, you know, lore-wise, they have a whole bunch of stuff where they want to install whoever the true heir of the Menethil throne is, which is really funny, because there's a conspiracy theory that Tiffin Rin and Arthas did a bang, and that's where Anduin comes from, which would be really funny for the Scarlet Brotherhood, because if they're trying to install the true, you know, heir to that throne, but it actually turns out it's Anduin, the person that the Scarlet Brotherhood want to destroy most. So that would be really funny if Blizzard did that as a storyline.
Imagine going back to your leader going, hello, yes, we have successfully restored the true heir of Lordaeron to his rightful throne. And in doing so, we accidentally united the entire human alliance. Our bad.
Yeah, whoops.
Sorry about that.
Oh dear.